Dragon Ball Legends made an update that was so bad that a lot of the player base has actually quit the game entirely. Yeah, you heard that right. In front of me is the update log that Dragon Ball Legends created when, or announced I should say, when they implemented this update. And so we're gonna get right into it. You can read ahead if you want. I'm just gonna cover what's on here. I'm not actually gonna read it. One of the first things I want to cover is the fact that this update has been so terrible for so many reasons. One of the biggest one being that it is really hard to enjoy this game when every single team that you're fighting is the exact same team time and time again. I did a couple God rank streams on my channel. You should check this out, by the way, if you want to. You don't have to. If you skim through them, if you just click through every single match that I play, there is the same characters almost every. I get like once every 20 games, I'll get a unique team that I haven't seen in a while, like maybe a powerful opponent team. But for the most part, it's always Ultra Vegeta Blue, Ultra Rose, Sword of Hope Trunks, Gogeta Blue, Super Saiyan Go. It's the same 6 characters. Generally 6 characters. It's the same teams every single match. And it makes it really hard to run a team that is fun. Like if I want to do a different team, like for example, androids, if I want to run an android team or a hybrid Saiyan team, I will have a really hard time doing that. You want to know why? Because if you try to run an off-meta team, especially with this update, it's going to be so hard because if you win 3 games in a row, you want to know what's going to happen? You're going to fight that same team. If you win 1 game, it doesn't matter how many games you win. It doesn't matter how many games you lose. You're going to be fighting this team because it's based off of your recent win history. So actually, if you do lose a bunch of games, you'll probably start facing people that probably don't have the best team. But point being, if you're trying to grind, if you're trying to play the game, like for example, content creators, this is why a lot of content creators are pissed about this update. Like myself, like Garesh. Garesh actually had made a video on this 6 hours ago from when I'm recording this, probably like, I don't know, maybe like a day once you guys are seeing this. It covers this topic very well. I encourage you to go watch it, which is the inspiration for me making this, because he made a great point on Twitter. I'll put an image of his tweets, but he is encouraging content creators to make a video on this because Legends, for some reason, indicated this was a trial season, meaning this was only supposed to happen once. This was one season. They're going to implement it. If something went bad, if it went bad, if people were angry, they were going to get rid of it. They were going to basically make it so that the update never happened. But they never did. And now they're having a second season with this update, which is just like that it's very they're very punchable right now. I want to punch. Anyways, it's very hard to play the game right now, and it's not very fun. If you've tried playing PvP consistently, you understand, because when you win 2 games in a row, suddenly you're facing a 14-star Ultra Vegeta Blue, 14-star Go Frieza, 14-star Sword of Hope, and it feels like every game. And sure, people can run what they want. Sure, skill-based matchmaking, that's how it's supposed to be. But the main issue is that why? Especially with the way their skill-based matchmaking works is pretty awful, because they, as listed, it's supposed to be based off of your recent match history, your recent season history, and just how you've been doing in the past, which is stupid because if you're someone like me who plays this game every day because you make content off of it, you're going to be fighting same team. It's all a circle. It all interlocks with one another because every problem is going to go back to the other. This system was terrible. I'm going to scroll down here so you can read more if you would like. But Legends not only have they not reverted the update, they haven't even mentioned anything about the complaints that the community had. They've been getting shots fired at them since the start of this update. Literally since day 1. There have been a couple of YouTubers that have made videos on this, being like, yeah, this update's trash, revert it. But it's so true. People probably thought they were over-exaggerating at the time. No, it's true. And the fact that they've gone into a second season where again, it's one thing to say that like we want to try it again because maybe there's something we're going to modify and change, right? That's okay, sure. But the fact that they haven't said a single word, not on Twitter, I don't know if they have an Instagram account, not on their website, they haven't said anything. There's nothing. They just were like, yeah, this update's pretty good, let's continue. No, this update's terrible. Get rid of it. Why is it here? Get it out. Go back to the game the way it was before. It's it hasn't been very fun. It feels like if you're not running the best team possible, you're not having fun, which completely eliminates the fact that because of this, it feels like power creep it feels like the game has just started. It feels like it's you cannot run any other character that maybe like let me give you an example. So like Beast Gohan, for example, he came out about 6 months ago. He's a very strong unit, but he has already been power crept to a point where it is so hard to use him because again, every team you're fighting is the exact same counters, the exact same people. the exact same God rank players. I don't really know if that last one made sense, but every team you fight is 14 star. And if you're someone like me, especially, who doesn't really spend money on this game except for, like, you know, maybe a couple dollars here and there, but you mostly play it to have fun. You don't have every character in the game. You don't get multiple copies of every character because you want to save your chrono crystals. Spend it on characters you like. That's the problem. Is it feels like Legends is only taking into account PvP, which, yes, this game is probably 80% PvP. But that doesn't mean that they need to make it a hyper competitive grind. Having competitiveness, yes, it's good, and it was fine the way it was before, but it's not now. It's ridiculous. And I want to get into content creation because I'm sure a lot of you do watch content creators because there's stuff to be learned. You want to watch them you want to see how you can get better. You want to watch how they play. You want to watch how they react in certain situations. You want to try and learn, or maybe you just like watch them because they're funny. Regardless, it has been really hard. I can actually say this from personal experience, thankfully. I mean, not that I couldn't before, but you know, it is really, really hard to make content because now that, again, this is all circle, it's going to interact with each other, because rating matches the way it is, because you're fighting the same teams over and over. I migrated to Treasure Battle when I'm running off-meta teams, something fun. The only issue with that is that in Treasure Battle, now I'm going to get into bots. What the hell is going on with bots? Bots have never been this prevalent. There is no reason that they should have ever added bots into PvP. Their reasoning was, oh, well, you know, if you're not doing very well, you want to fight a bot, you know, maybe try to catch fire, try to get on a roll, try to find your rhythm. There's no reason. If you are losing 3 to 4 matches in a row, obviously, yes, okay, they need to fight someone of lower caliber. That does not mean a bot. A bot is its own caliber. That is like the lowest of the lows. Not even new players are as bad as bots are. Plus, bots are inhuman. They react to your stuff way faster than anybody else should be. Which, if I'm losing matches, put me up against someone that is maybe of lesser skill than where I'm currently at. Make sure that I should be where I am. Don't put me up against a bot, because that doesn't help. A lot of people are like, oh, well, if I fight a bot, it's freelo. Yes, but freelo isn't necessarily a good thing, because if you're fighting 50 bots, let's say you're fighting 20 bots in a row and you fight 5 real players, right? Let's just assume you lose to every player, okay? So now you've won against bots 20 times. Is that what I said, or whatever? Let's say you win against bots 20 times, all right? Let's say you get 50 RP per win. Boom. That is 100 LP that you just got. Or wait. Oh my god, I think I messed. Okay, come back to me. Sorry. Let's say you get 1 RP per win, and you win 20 matches against bots. You just got 20 RP, right? But now if you fight players, let's say you fight 5, you lose. Okay, you just lost 5 RP, but now you're going back to bots. What's going to happen is people are going to be higher than where they should be because they're fighting bots so often, because Legends, for some god-awful, unknown reason, was like, yeah, so if you lose, you're going to fight a bot because you're getting punished for being bad at the game. And that's not even the case some of the time. Sometimes you literally fight someone that just has better characters than you do. They have a better tier of a character than you. Like, if you have Ultra Jubilee at 5 stars, or fight someone at 14 stars, they're going to be tanking, they're going to be doing more damage. It's just hard. And so if you're losing, you shouldn't be forced to go fight a bot. That just makes you feel like shit. Excuse my language, but it makes you feel terrible. And now let's say you start winning. Well, now you're fighting a 14-star player. So no matter what, you're losing. Every single fight, it feels like you're losing something, which is why people have quit the game. I remember seeing a poll that Goresh made that is in his new video. He made a poll when the first update came out of, how do you feel about the Legends update? I actually think it was a little bit after, but whatever. He made a poll. I think it was 10%, no, less than 10%, I think it's like 5% of players actually liked the update. And 35% of the people that responded said that they had quit playing the game. 35%! Let's just assume that 35% is global. Let's just assume it works. That number is the same, percentage is the same as actual Legends. Let's just say 35% of the original player base has quit the game. They're at an all-time low. This is the fall of Dragon Ball Legends, that they don't do something soon. It's ridiculous. The fact that they haven't been taking these messages that we've been sending them, I've been seeing social media, I've been seeing so many people that are like, revert this update, and they haven't said shit. They haven't said a single word in regards to this. So it's ridiculous. They need to fix it. I'm gonna go into Twitter because I want to actually prove to you that this is actually happening in case you don't follow Twitter. That way you can understand that I'm not making this up, which why would I be? Literally, as soon as I opened up Twitter, I saw this. which if you don't recognize this picture by Minato, I hope I'm saying that right, I apologize if I'm not. This is Garesh's thumbnail for his video that he just made, which is going to be my reference for a lot of this Twitter stuff, because it is, one, this thumbnail is amazing, by the way, fucking best thumbnail I've ever seen. Secondly, it encapsulates everyone's reactions to Legends not only making this update and not saying anything about it, but then making it transfer over into a second season after saying it was a trial season. No changes, they haven't done anything in response to how everyone's felt. And so, I'm gonna look at this feed, there's only 9 replies, but look, every single person is just, bro, what in the world is going on? It's probably why he is so upset. Imagine getting your most favorite things of all time and for the game to be miserable to play. That is like literally just what everyone's feeling in a nutshell. It's terrible. And this is also, what's wrong with the new PvP system? Doesn't more bots mean free wins? No. Well, yes, but no. In the long run, it's bad. It's so unhealthy for the game. They need to change it because it's, like I said earlier, it's gonna cause inflation in the ranks. I'm gonna go to Garesh's page real quick because I want to look at his. I want to look at this. Look at this tweet, by the way. 227,000 views. If we look at all of his other tweets, he's getting like 35,000, 100,000, 135,000, 80,000, 40,000, 30. Like, it's, that tells you how many people are actively looking at this and be like, yeah, this is insane. So we're gonna scroll down here. I actually made a comment. The fact that you even had to make a second video that is blatantly criticizing Legends is insane. It is. It should never have to happen. If you literally look at Twitter, if you follow Legends, you're gonna see this a lot. It's just this. It's just, we're gonna ignore what that man just said. We're gonna ignore that. But just look at all these people. It's a meme, and it's a great meme, by the way. It's so stupid. Now, if I want to go back to my homepage, it's probably gonna be full of other games because I follow a lot on Twitter. When I go back here, and I'm just gonna scroll down. We're gonna see how many people. What is this? Last season for 95% of the season ran for movies. The superhero trio worked far better than Ultra Vegeta Blue with Piccolo. Okay, this is not actually about the topic. Boom! Look, it's just I've seen there are Dokkan players using this, by the way. That's how viral in Legends in Dragon Ball this has gone. I don't want to say viral because it's obviously it's not going viral on the internet, but in terms of the Legends community and somewhat Dokkan, Garesh just, do you see this? Garesh is trending on Twitter. This, like, let's just look at this. Look, there's so much. Oh yeah, this is the poll I was talking about there. Watch, I quit the game. Look. Oh my god. 45% of the people have said they quit the game. 44% speaks. That is those numbers aren't. I don't know if that's how accurate that is to the real numbers, but if we just, dude, it's just ridiculous. If we just scroll. Oh wait. Oh, this is just his profile. That was like things with Garesh's name in them. It's this whole update is stupid. The reason why I went to Twitter is just to prove to you guys that people are actually talking about this because this is ridiculous. Fix the update. If there's one thing that Legends can be taking away from this, and I didn't even say, I kind of covered like the big topics, right? You should go to Garesh's video. I'm actually here. You know what? I'm gonna go to his profile. I will literally. I'm just gonna hover over the video so that you can go watch this video. He did such a great job of explaining everything. I'm kind of, in a way, taking the big points and just putting them into a little bit shorter video because his is longer. I know mine is still going to be like, what, 15, 16 minutes? But the whole point is that Legends, look at YouTube, look at Reddit, look at Twitter, look at every social media page that exists. See that people don't like your game, fix it, and we'll be fine. But until then, this game is going downhill. It could, honestly, a lot of people have said it could potentially just die, which I don't think it'll die unless they actually just do nothing, which would be probably the biggest L move I've seen a company do in the history of games. There's no way they don't revert this, and it should not be going as long as it is. There should not be a second season of this. It should have finished at the end of the first. It should have finished before the end of the first. They should have just said, we messed up. We apologize. That would have been fine. But if we go to their Twitter page, guess what? They've said jack shit. There is not a single word, there's not a single tweet on here that is acknowledging the fact they made a mistake. If anything, their new campaign, the Dragon Ball Saga, they're implementing a new campaign on top of this shitty update. So, one thing I should say, and I can't really tell you what to do, but if you are someone that does spend money on this game, I encourage you to not. Because if you spend money, they're not really going to see a difference. If anything, they're going to see that it's better. Do not spend money I mean, obviously do whatever you want, but I recommend you do not, because by doing so, it's kind of like boycotting. They'll understand they did something wrong because clearly they haven't, and they'll fix it. So thank you for watching this if you've watched all the way through, and goodbye.